Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Oh my goodness gracious. This is it. This is Haunting the Hunter's finale right here. We're going to be doing our last two chapters of Haunting the Hunter as well as the epilogue that they have at the end. And yeah, man, that's it. Oh, I know I'm hurt. I know you guys are hurt. I know you guys are sad to see it go. I know. But this is it. This is our last day. Definitely let me know what you guys thought about the book down below. Definitely let me know, you know what I mean? What you thought, your favorite parts, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, this is going to be it. The book that we're going to start doing next week, I believe is... There's Beautiful Venom, and then there's another one. Let me quickly look it up for you guys. It's pretty much going to be a continuation of Beautiful Venom. B-U-T-I-F-U-L. Yes, the Beautiful Venom series. So, wait, hold on. Yeah, where's all the books? Sweet Venom. All right. So, Sweet Venom is what we're going to be starting next week. One sec. Woo! Thank you for blessing me. Sweet Venom is what we're going to be starting next week. So, stay tuned for that. Stay geared up for that. Usually when we're at the end of books is usually when I like to take recommendations for new books. So definitely let me know down in the comments what kind of books you want to see your boy do and all that kind of stuff if you enjoy this content. So if you enjoy this content, definitely put down in the description what it is, or not in the description, I'm sorry. Put down in the comments what book do you want to see me go over next. All right. But the book we are going to be doing next is Sweet Venom. That one was voted to be actually to be done after Beautiful Venom. But I was like, let me finish Haunting the Hunter. And then after I finish Haunting the Hunter, then we'll do Sweet Venom. So, we're going to go ahead and do that one for you guys. And then after Sweet Venom, definitely, while Sweet Venom is going on, let me know which ones you guys want to do. We can finish the Hook series. We can, finish up or not finish up, but we can continue the Court of Thorns and Roses series or the Court series. There's a lot we can do. There's so many books out there that we can do. So, and if you guys have recommendations of books that I don't even know the fuck about, let me know. We can do that. All right? So, definitely let me know. We're going to get on into today's thread, though. Today's thread is, what is the grossest thing that you have seen? Something that just makes you go, ugh. All right? All right. I was 17, still dating my first serious girlfriend. We were on a trip together with her whole family. She had just finished her period the day before we left. When we got to our room, she was in the bathroom for a while and came out looking kind of concerned. She said she felt some pressure in her vagina and was worried a tampon was stuck up there. So she looked in the mirror and indeed saw one stuck up there. She asked me if I could help her get it out. So I said, of course. She laid down and I could see it up there. I was assumed the string broke off somehow. I was pulling on it. By the end of it, it just wouldn't budge. I would get the tips of my fingers to pinch on it and pull, and it would seem to slightly give, but no matter what I did, I just couldn't pull it out. It wasn't until after about 20 minutes that we realized there was no tampon. She had a bad yeast infection or something similar, and the thing that we thought was a tampon was a fuzzy patch of white mold that was growing in her vagina.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What? It wasn't budging because it was attached to her. I realize these things happen and it is what it is. But as a 17-year-old, I was not prepared for that. Did my very best to play it cool and not make her embarrassed, though. Yo, that is disgusting. Look, again, like he said, it's normal, but bruh, that's kind of disgusting. I won't lie to you. And then on top of that, bro, your fingers were your fingers were pinching it and shit. Oh, that's nasty, bro. That is nasty, bro. Oh, damn, man. Hey. Like I said, kudos to him. I think he did the right thing as far as, you know what I mean, helping her out and not making it weird and not making it disgusting. But yeah, it would be tough for me to want to like put my penis in her after that for a while. And, you know, it wouldn't be like forever, but it'd be a little bit. I'd be like, yeah, let's get that clump of mold up out of your vagina first, and then I'll think about putting my wiener in there, you know? Shit. That's crazy. All right, what is the grossest thing that you've ever seen? I work in healthcare, x-ray. Luckily, my interactions with people are short, but ulcerated open wounds with maggots actively wriggling around in them will always be my number one. What the fuck? How do you have a open wound like that? You leave it open so long that maggots and bugs are in there. Bruh. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. That is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen heard in my entire life. Like, what? I'd be like, bro, you got way bigger problems than just this open wound, my fam. Now, I have heard that, like, maggots and all that kind of stuff, you know, help with infection or they help clean the wound or whatever. Like, I have heard that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I trust that. I don't know if that's something, that's a piece of literature I want to be like, yeah, you know, that's true, you know? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't really know. Because that's crazy to me, if I'm being honest with you. But, hey. All right. On to our next one. What is the grossest thing you've ever seen? In my state, you don't need any kind of license or certification or anything except a driver's license to pick up human remains and transport them wherever they need to go. So when I was going through college, I got a job as a corpse courier. I would pick up folks whenever they dropped dead, but mostly this was at homes, assisted living, hospice, hospitals. I was going to say hospitals. I don't know why. And sometimes the medical examiner. One guy I picked up at his house. He lived on the second floor of a condo building. I was greeted by a sheriff and his grieving brother. A tiny little elevator that would not hold the gurney, but that's okay because you can sort of convert it to like a dolly or hand truck. Some might call it. Anyways, that's kind of crazy. You're like, you put the person on and then you like stand them up. You stand them up on like one of those hand truck things. That's funny. It was apparently from outside that this fella had been dead for quite some time. He died likely of a heart attack several days prior to sitting up on his couch watching TV. He was probably 350 pounds when I tried to move him. He sort of ruptured. It is the best way I can describe it. All the fluids just came pouring out onto his carpet. The smell was overwhelming. My boss and I both stepped out for some air as gracefully as we could while gagging and gasping for air. I look over at the brother as I'm dry heaving over the railing. I compose myself. I go to the guy's bathroom, tear down his shower curtain and place it directly over my gurney. To make a long story short, I got him out of there without further incidents, then drove him 4 hours away to his destination. Oh, I also dropped my phone in his fluids. Oh, no, bruh, no. his dookie and fucking his dookie, his piss, his blood, all that shit just, fell out of him, and he dropped his phone in it. Oh, it's time to get a new phone, bro. It's time to get a new phone. Yeah, no. It's time to get a new phone on that one, fam. No, thank you. I'd be like, yes, cool, my phone is dead. Not picking that up. That's disgusting. Oh, bruh. Look, man, some people do jobs that I couldn't fathom myself doing. Oh, my God. Have you ever seen that show? I think it's called like Dirtiest Jobs or something like that. And I'm telling you, man, the jobs that people do in this world. And look, it's one of those things where it's like, kudos to you. Okay. First off, kudos to these people that do these jobs. Because without you guys, I ain't gonna lie to you, the world would not run as efficiently as it is, and the world wouldn't go around without you guys. Let's be honest, bro. If there weren't people that were getting into the sewers and literally, clearing dookie debris out of like the holes and shit. Like, have you guys ever seen those videos? Those videos are insane to me. Where it literally looks like a thick tube of shit just shooting out of the vent after they loosen that bitch up. They loosen that bitch up and it's just nasty, bro. That is just piles and piles and piles of people's shit, dude. And there's a guy that will get in a hazmat suit. He will go into the tunnel and he will loosen that bitch up. He will loosen that bitch up so much so that way it could just start flowing out. And I'm like, bro, I couldn't do it, man. I'm sorry. These jobs, I couldn't do them. I just could not do. I couldn't fathom myself doing these jobs, bro. I'm like, you guys are the absolute goats, okay? You guys are the absolute goats when it comes to this shit, because for me personally, bro, I'm sorry. Like, look, I'm not afraid of, like, any manual labor. I think the most laborious job I would ever do is probably, like, an oil rigger. You know what I mean? I don't, because I've seen those guys do their job, and yeah, it's messy and it's, very physical and it's very laborious, but honestly, it looks like it's a pretty cool job. You live on the rig, you know what I mean, the entire time. It's not like being on a boat, you know what I mean? So it's like everything, it's platformed, so it's not like this thing that you're living on is swaying or anything like that with the water. No, it's completely, firm. You ride a helicopter to work. That's kind of cool. Not many people could say I ride a helicopter to work. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool as fuck. And then, all the amenities that they get there, like they have a full-on gym and basketball courts and, tennis courts. They got a full gaming room, a bar. They have a club. They have all kinds of stuff there. You know what I mean? You guys should watch a video of an oil rigger, like a day in the life of an oil rigger. I'm telling you, bro, watch that. It is so cool. It makes you want to sign the fuck up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sorry to say it does make you want to sign the fuck up. As hard as the job will be, it makes you want to sign up. You're like, damn, that shit looks sick. But yeah, bro. Whoo, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's move on to the next one. What is the grossest thing that you have ever seen? I used to work in the deli department at a supermarket. Supermarkets generate a ridiculous amount of waste, and the deli especially deals with things like rotisserie chickens and lobsters, so a lot of food gets thrown out. Facts. My days in retail, bro, the amount of food we would throw away is insane. Insane to me. I'm telling you, it would put food organizations in a coma, the amount of food that grocery stores throw away. Man, it's insane. You would be looking at that shit and you'd be like, yo, little African children would eat this. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's crazy. I worked with this bigger guy. I'll call him R. He was a little strange. It didn't seem to be in the best place in life. He used to go through the food waste bucket after things were thrown away. Kept in mind, everything got tossed into one bucket. Yes, there would be pretty much this big cardboard hexagonal box thing, and people would just throw everything in there. Everything gets thrown in there, from produce to meat to chicken to raw meat to deli meat to, anything you can think of gets thrown in there. It's all just a big conglomerate of just junk. It's nasty. It's very nasty. Each department had a large trash can size container for food waste. R would eat the fat and scraps from the rotisserie chicken oven at the end of the day. I also heard he ate some expired lobster at one point, though I wasn't there for that. The poor guy eventually got another job at a different supermarket with better pay and benefits, but then he had a heart attack on his first day. I really hope he's doing okay. Wow, bro. Dang, man. That's dude. Look, it's one of those things where it's like I feel bad for bro, but at the same time it's like, my guy, you couldn't have like gotten help. You couldn't have asked your coworkers. Like, bro, I know so many coworkers, right, that have like helped each other out, whether it's like helping them buy groceries or helping them buy lunch or helping them buy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, it doesn't have to be an everyday thing, but at the same time, it's like you could ask people for help. So I wouldn't. Damn. Personally, I'm surprised they didn't fire him over something like that. I mean, again, how could they? But again, you never know. You know what I mean? I've seen people get fired for less. You know, I've seen people get fired over eating chips that they were gonna throw away. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen stuff like that happen before. I've seen them compost apples. And there was a girl that took one and she got fired. You know what I mean? She got fired for stealing. And it's like, bro, this was trash. This was marketed or not marketed, but this is classified, there you go, as trash. Like, how am I getting in trouble for something that's classified as trash? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. That is super disgusting. And I'm not surprised he had a heart attack. The thing is like, bro, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that, bro. Like, you can't be eating nasty scraps and things like that and not expect your body to, like, fight back, you know? Like, bro, wow. Especially eating that much fat. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he was eating, like, a lot of the uncooked bits. And when you're eating a lot of the uncooked bits, dude, that's just pure fat. You know, so I'm sure he was just doing that so often it clogged his arteries. Like, bro, damn, man. Damn. All right. What is the most disgusting thing you've ever seen? I used to pal around with this really foul friend. He was simultaneously the most hysterical and most putrid person I'd ever known. One evening, he decided to work on filling an empty 16-ounce soda bottle with his own saliva. What the he worked hard on this, harder than I've ever seen him do anything. Phlegm was caught up in the okay, oh my god, bro. I don't even know if I want to keep continuing to read this. That's disgusting. I'm just thinking about it. And I don't want to think about it. Why is this image in my head? Oh my god, I'm gonna keep reading it for you guys though, because please, I'm sorry if you're eating right now. Most of you guys are driving home or to work when you're listening to this stuff anyway. So, but if you're eating, you just happen to be eating right now, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Just tap forward. Please do. Just do yourself a thing. Okay. He was getting lightheaded halfway through. His abdomen hurt from the constant dry heaving, and his throat was raw. It was nearly full when he decided to take a large swig of his... Okay. I did not think it could get worse.
What did he say?
This man said he filled a 16-ounce soda can with his spit and phlegm and then proceeded to drink it. I am legitimately about to throw up right now. I really am. I've never in my entire time doing this podcast ever been so fucking grossed out. Oh my, and look, man, we've gone over like crazy shit. But this episode has had to have taken the goddamn cake. That is the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever seen. Even homeboy who was eating the fat scraps and chicken and all that kind of stuff out of the oven at the grocery store, that didn't gross me out. Okay, that didn't gross me out, not one bit. This though is on a whole nother fucking level of disgusting. Oh my, I don't even want to read the rest. I don't want to read the rest. Oh my God, I am torturing myself. I don't want to read the rest. I really don't. When it was nearly full, when he decided to take a large swig of his now cold vessel of milky liquid, instantly he vomited bile and what I can only assume was the original soda the bottle contained. He dumped the rest on the ground and decided it was finished. We went to the diner like nothing happened. Bro. That I'm done. I'm done. No shit, you were gonna throw up, stupid. What, you thought you were just going to drink it and it was going to be delicious? Oh, my God. Oh, I feel so sick. Dude, I legitimately feel sick to my stomach right now. And I just ate before filming. And, like, I thought this was going to be a great episode. I thought it was going to be a fun episode. My stomach was full of some delicious ribs and potatoes. And I was like hopping on this bitch thinking like, yeah, man, we're going to have a fantastic Thursday episode. And no, I feel legitimately sick to my goddamn stomach right now. Dude, I want to throw up. I'm one of those people where like if I see somebody throwing up, then it makes me want to throw up. Or if I even hear someone throwing up, it literally like makes me dry heave and gag. 'Cause it's bad. Yeah, man. And just hearing this is just disgusting. Oh, my Lord. You guys, I'm not even going to continue this thread, if I'm being honest. I'm sorry to say, I'm just not going to continue the thread because I'm just so fucking disgusted. I am. I don't even want to know if this thread gets worse because I feel like it will. I feel like we're going to get to a thread of some dude shitting in a cup and eating it or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it. I'm going to get through announcements, and we're going to get right into you guys' book, okay? I'm sorry to say it. Again, sorry if you were eating. Sorry if you were in a position where you're probably in the bathroom right now throwing up in your toilet because you're just like, why the fuck did I tune into this episode? Again, I'm so sorry. I really am. Okay, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Make sure you get your exclusive episode every single month, as well as your free episode every single month. Thank you guys for all of the support on Patreon. You guys have actually been showing a lot of support. I've been actually seeing the number of you guys clicking and going to the Patreon has gone up significantly. We're talking over like 400% difference. You guys have been absolutely killing that support, and I thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, okay? So please sign up for your 7-day free trial. Check out all the content that's over there, all right? There's over fucking hundreds of hours of content over there, all right? Also, next week is going to be the free July Patreon episode, so make sure you stay tuned for that, okay? Audio listeners, thank you guys for all the downloads and the support and stuff like that. I do appreciate it so very much. Let's get the downloads back up, man. I've been noticing we've been kind of running into a rough patch. I get it, though, because right now, you know, podcasts tend to not do as well just because, for one, it's the beginning of summer, so everybody is off school and, you know, people are taking time off work, and so, you know, you guys don't have much time to tune in to a podcast because you guys are doing your thing, and that's fine. I give it to you guys. But you know, let's get the downloads up. Rate us 5 stars on your preferred platform. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that is down in the description. Go ahead and follow our boy. I'll go ahead and switch it to... Oops, sorry. To this one here. It's on the screen here. Michael the Asshole. Go ahead and follow Michael's Instagram, man. Go show him some love and all that good stuff. He went ahead and made a different page for you guys. That is linked down in the description. It'll say Michael's Instagram. Go down there, follow that for your boy, and do the dang thing. I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing. And yeah, man, without further ado, though, let's get on into our book. And I'm going to go fucking barf up a fucking chicken.
Chapter 31. Callisto. I can't stand this. I've been sitting in the library staring at my phone, waiting for it to ring for over an hour. Alabaster is God's nowhere. I've been trying to find ways to reconnect with the spirit that won't kill me, but I haven't found anything useful thus far. An entire library full of books, and I can't even find a damn locator spell that works. I can't deal with this. The not knowing. I spent years in the dark, only now finally getting Cade to open up to me. Finding common ground, just for him to be taken. There is no way this is how it ends. He's too capable, too stubborn to die. I rub my face and allow myself to crumple to the ground. Everything he has done to keep me safe just for me to go behind his back. He was right. I've been selfish. He isn't just protecting me, he's preventing them from ever being able to hurt anyone else. I drop my head, my hands running through my hair. I've been an asshole. He deserved better, and now I may never have the chance to make it up to him. I refuse to accept it. I can't accept it. I won't. I stand and head over to the bookcase, trying to find anything I can. A locator spell would work. Anything. Just one shred of hope. The thought comes to me in an instant. My tarot cards. I hurry to my room and go to my nightstand. They're there, nestled right next to the grimoire. I can't use it. I shouldn't. I haven't touched it since I read Roland's journal entry. I accept that it is out of my depth right now. Dangerous. So I sit, pull out the cards from their pouch and begin shuffling. Questions fill my mind. Is he alive? How can I help? Will he forgive me? I can't fixate on just one question. Frustrated, I shake my head and put the cards in front of me. Splay them out. I take a deep breath and think of Cade, choosing a card in my mind. The King of Swords. If I choose that card, he is alive. But if I pull the Devil, he's not. I slowly hover my hand over the deck. I have no idea if this is going to work, but it's worth a shot, even just for peace of mind. I close my eyes and pick a card. The King of Swords. Holy shit! My heart skips and a rush of relief washes over me. Still alive. Thank the gods. I almost can't believe that worked. I close my eyes once more, a single question in mind. Where can I find more information? I breathe and pull one more card. The High Priestess. Of course I would pull this card. Alabaster's words echo in my head. Trust your instincts. I close my eyes and search my mind when I remember the attic. When we first moved here, I remember we put everything we couldn't fit in here in the attic. There has to be something. Anything that might actually be able to help me. I quickly jump up and run out of the library, up the stairs into the hall opposite my room. Opening the door, the dusty wood creaking under my feet. I reach for the string and tug the dim light glowing over the cardboard boxes that litter the floor. I sit myself on the ground and begin to open them one by one. Most of them contain books. One book in particular catches my eye. It's old. Really old. Leather-bound and wrapped tight. The pages look uneven and tattered. I slowly untie the string and unwrap the book. It looks a lot like R.H.'s journal. I open the first page and skim over the words. It's indeed another journal. But the name at the bottom makes my heart drop into my stomach. Jonathan Halloway. Holy shit. I pull the entire box off the floor and lug it down the stairs and into the library. Carefully setting it next to the desk, I feel for the seat with my free hand as I begin to read. September 8th, 1848. Father caught me with the grimoire again today. He scolded me and took it away, claiming I've no business meddling with something so evil. When will he understand? It calls to me. I watched him try to burn it once. By morning, it lay in the ashes, untouched, covered in soot, but still whole. He doesn't see it. He doesn't feel what I feel. I am bound to it. My magic grows stronger with each passing fortnight. The last time he took it from me, I made the walls tremble. The ground shifted beneath our feet. It frightened Mother terribly, but I couldn't stop myself. I try to control it, truly I do, but it's beginning to overtake me. I'm nearly a man now. Soon, Father will no longer be able to command me. And once I learn to harness this power without bleeding, I will take what is mine. He won't be able to stop me. J.H. Goosebumps rise over my skin as I stare down at the old journal. My gods. He was like me. The bleeding, the loss of control. Is that why he built the covenant? Because of the grimoire? My hand drifts to the back of my neck, fingers brushing the raised scar. All I've ever known. What they taught me was that the covenant sacrifices people to gain power from their god. But is that even true? My thoughts spiral. If Jonathan Holloway had magic, if he was born with it, why create a system that kills people like us? None of the books on the covenant mention his power. Unless they didn't know. Unless it was erased. Hidden. The whole foundation of the covenant was built on gaining power through blood. Sacrifices. That's the point, isn't it? But if he had power, why would he need to take it from others? Why would he kill what he already was? My brain tries to make sense of it, but it's not clicking. The pieces don't fit. Something's missing. What if the covenant wasn't about worship? What if it was about control? But all I know right now is that everything I believed about the covenant might be a lie, and that Jonathan Holloway was never just a founder. I try to see the pieces how Cade would. He'd put the emotion aside, break it down, trace the motives, connect the patterns. He'd know what this means. Cade. Fuck. I pull out my phone and check again for any notifications. Nothing. Doubt creeps in. What if the cards were wrong? He may be alive, but that doesn't mean he isn't in a living hell. This journal changes everything, but I don't know how exactly. I begin to feel the overwhelming presence I've come to see as a sense of comfort. Alabaster.
You've been busy,
He says, placing a finger on the journal, seeming to skim the page.
Find anything interesting?
I don't know, honestly. I turn toward the window. The man who established the cult, the one that's after me. He was like me.
Is that so?
His response sounds almost like he's baiting me. The tone of his voice pulls the realization from me. I whirl around to face him. His glowing eyes are akin to a creature from the deep, dangling its luminescent lure, drawing me in, beckoning me to ask the question. Why is he here? I walk up to him quickly, my gaze fixed on his face. Why do you say that like you know? I focus on his eyes, searching for answers. A small smirk plays at the corners of his lips. What do you know? I ask again sternly. His face is unreadable. I straighten myself and wait for him to break the silence.
What do you want to know?
He says, crossing his arms. Why are you here? I demand. He drops his arms to his sides, exhaling a slow breath as he sits on the same chair where we shared our first kiss.
Let's call it curiosity.
He places his elbow on the arm, hand to his chin.
I was drawn to the grimoire, you see. That's a very interesting thing for humans to have. Items like that are quite dangerous when left in this world for too long.
I sit down on the ground, crossing my legs. Define dangerous. He glances up like he's weighing the risk of telling me as Karma comes in, jumping on his lap. He pets her head as he speaks.
It's artifacts like that,
He says slowly.
that sparked the worship of gods across your world. Whole religions built around them. We thought they'd all been confiscated, removed from this realm a long time ago. Not all of those gods were worth worshipping, Callie.
He leans in. Wait. Why? Why would your kind take them? His eyes glint as though he's recalling a memory.
There was a war on worship. The more a god is worshipped, the stronger they become. That's the way of the world. That's what humans were made for.
Made? My voice catches. What do you mean, made? He chuckles in a low voice.
Oh, little witch. You really think your kind evolved that fast? You think you crawled from the mud and learned to build temples on your own?
He smiles.
Mortals are the prey of many species. Your blood feeds vampires. Your souls feed what you call demons. Your worship feeds the divines. The list goes on.
I stare wide-eyed. I've never known a religion, not like I imagine other people may have grown up with. I've always accepted that I know nothing, so anything could be possible. Vampires, gods, ghosts, demons. All concepts I have accepted are possible and now know to be true. But this is a creature who has seen things. One who knows things that I couldn't even fathom. I look up at him in a different light. One where he isn't the obnoxious demon who has been terrorizing me, or the thing that has made me question myself, or the form I may have feelings for, but something completely otherworldly and powerful. A being capable of great violence. A being I called. A dozen questions crash through me all at once. How much does he know? How old is he? What even is he? My voice drops to a whisper. What are you? My phone rings in my pocket and I jump, pulling it out and quickly answering. Cade! My heart thumps in my chest. Oh my God, you're alive! Without realizing it, tears begin streaming down my face, my voice cracking. Please tell me you are on your way home.
Chapter 32. Alabaster. My eyes trace Callie's body as she paces, the phone pressed to her ear, her bare feet padding across the floor. I catch the relief softening her face.
When will you guys be home?
She asks, her voice tight, her nail between her teeth. A pause, and then her shoulders finally ease.
Okay. Please be safe.
She lets out a long sigh as she lowers the phone, her hand pressing to her chest. She smiles up at me, eyes teary.
They're safe.
She breathes.
But they won't be here until late tomorrow.
Thank fuck that little shit survived. His death would have been thoroughly inconvenient for me. Perfect, I say, drifting closer, my voice dropping into a purr. We can have some fun in the meantime. I brush her hair aside and press a kiss just beneath her ear.
I can't believe I get to see Jenny again. It's been so long. I wonder what she's like now.
She says, eyes fixed on something in the distance. Right, the witch. She'll be a thorn in my side. I know that girl, and I know she knows about me. Knows enough to give me away. I could always kill her. Now that's a thought. Not a bad idea. But that would hurt her. Fuck. This woman. I slide my arms around her waist and bury my face in her neck, breathing her in. She smells like flowers and honey, sweet and maddening. My cock stirs instantly.
Hey, chill. We need a plan.
She says, turning toward me. My ears flick as I hum against her skin, not bothering to lift my head. For what?
She's going to know you're here. There's no way she won't. So we need a plan to hide you in plain sight, seeing as I'm stuck with you.
She says with a half smile. My clever little witch, perfect in every way. What did you have in mind? I lift my head, just slightly. She turns to face me fully, and grabs both of my horns.
Can you hide these?
She asks, eyes flicking over them.
I mean, can you look normal?
Normal to whose standards? I grin, clapping back with a devious smile. She shoves me, laughing.
Are you able to suppress your presence?
She asks with a giggle. I stand up straighter and smile down at her, cupping her chin as I pull her into a deep kiss. I guide her hands to my neck, keeping them occupied while I begin the shift. My horns retract slowly, clipping through my scalp with a tingling pressure. My hair and skin dull with pigment, the sigils carved into my flesh fading into nothing. My fangs begin to reshape as I kiss her deep, tongue sliding between her lips, tracing the inside of her mouth, while it rounds and softens into something more human. She freezes, pulls back, stares.
Whoa.
She whispers, wide-eyed. I let out a deep, rumbling chuckle.
Other than the fact that you still look like a god, you almost pass for human.
She murmurs, fingers combing through my now black hair. She quirks a brow.
Can I cut this? It's beautiful, but we should try and make you look as normal as possible.
Whatever you want, pretty girl, I say, smiling. She does a little dance and darts to the hallway closet, pulls out a small box, and carries it to the kitchen table. She's so fucking cute.
Please take a seat.
She bows, dramatically gesturing to the chair. I roll my eyes, smiling as I sit. She immediately starts shifting my head around like a damn rag doll.
We're going to have to give you a different name,
she says, pulling out a pair of scissors and lopping off a massive chunk of hair. How exactly do you see this working? I ask, turning my head, only for her to grab it and snap it back into place.
Stay still.
She mutters, focused.
I've been sneaking into town to see you. Jack's already met you, so that helps.
Snip. So, what's the excuse for me living here now? I say.
Right.
She pauses.
You lost your job at the corner store and got evicted?
I slowly turn and give her a flat, unimpressed look.
It's good enough. Cade will already be suspicious. Oh, fuck. Cade!
She says, the realization hitting her.
He's gonna kill you. Or me. Or both.
She has a point. That little fucker is wildly protective of her. Watching his big brother complex kick in will be hilarious. My connection with his sister is going to wreck him, especially once he realizes I understand her in a way he never will. Oh, that's perfect. We could say I'm a witch too. I have been helping you hone your magic. That you told me your situation, but not Cade's part.
So you know I'm hiding from a creepy cult, but not that my brother is out there trying to murder them all?
She says, thinking it over.
Do you really think this could work?
Clearly you underestimate me. Fooling a mortal witch is nothing.
Well, I could feel you.
She says, and I smirk, hand reaching up to grip her biceps. I wanted you to. She smiles down at me, and I bring my lips to the top of her forehead. If I didn't, You never would have seen me coming. She pulls out an electric razor at that and flips it on, pressing it to the side of my head without warning. It would also explain the magic I still give off, I add. I'm limited in this form, but not completely useless. She finishes trimming around my ears, then grabs me by the wrist and drags me to the bathroom, shoving my head toward the sink and turning on the water. You really love manhandling me, don't you? I say, head bent into the basin.
Maybe.
She replies, and I can hear the damn smile in her voice. She towel dries my hair and steps back. I lift my head and catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. Jet black hair, shaved sides, longer on top. Aside from the hair, what a fucking downgrade.
About that name. Any ideas?
She asks, eyeing me like she just finished an art project and nailed it. My friends call me Kai, I say plainly. It's true. Where I'm from, names aren't shared freely. They're sacred. But it's the name I'm known by. My given name? Too many humans know it already. It's almost embarrassing. I look forward to her brother correcting that. She squints at me.
You have friends?
I chuckle and scoop her up, setting her on the edge of the sink. I nip at her collarbone, then trace a line up her neck with my mouth. She laughs softly into me, melting just a little.
Kai is perfect,
She says, her eyes heavy and full of hunger. I hear her heartbeat stutter, then raise. She pulls me into a kiss, hands already tugging at my shirt, clumsy and impatient. I break the kiss just long enough to rip it off and toss it to the floor, then lift her and carry her to her room like I already own it. I lay her down and lean over her, kissing her neck, slow and greedy. She lets out a soft moan, the sound driving me insane. My dick is already standing at attention, ready to ruin her. She grabs my neck and pulls me closer, rolling us so she's on top. I grin up at her as she straddles me. My hands slip under her shirt and tear the fabric clean down the middle. She's already unbuckling my belt, quick, practiced fingers, before she pauses, holding it up.
May I?
She asks, sweet as sin. I groan softly, cupping her breasts and rocking my hips against her. Yes, please. She loops the belt around my neck and pulls, tight but careful, just enough to claim me. I unfasten my jeans, sliding them down enough for my cock to spring free. She glances down and grins.
At least that didn't change.
That wicked little smile is going to ruin me. I reach beneath her skirt and grip her thighs, pulling her closer. My voice drops. Take it off. She drops the belt, backing up with a slow, deliberate sway. Her shirt, already ruined, falls off her shoulders. Her bra joins it. Then she hooks her thumbs into the waistband of her skirt and peels it down, inch by inch, never breaking eye contact. Fuck. My head tips back as I bite my lip, hips shifting, desperate to feel her.
Eyes on me.
She commands, sultry and sure, looking down like she owns me, and fuck, she does. She strips the rest of the way down, then drops to her knees. I push up onto my elbows as she crawls to me across the floor, slow and deliberate. You're so pretty on your knees, I murmur, breath catching. She slides between my legs and wraps her fingers around my cock, stroking me with an achingly soft touch. I twitch in her hand, groaning. Fuck, that feels good. She circles her tongue around the head, slow, teasing, just enough to drive me insane. I moan into the open air as she reaches up, grabs the belt around my neck, and pulls. She rises from her knees and straddles me, grinding against the length of my cock, soaking my dick before lining me up. Then she drops her hips. Fuck. My hands fist in the sheets. Every ridge along my cock catches on the soft, wet heat of her as she takes me inch by inch. I inhale sharply. She's so fucking tight, so fucking perfect. My jaw clenches. I try to hold still, to let her move at her pace, but it's agony. The way my ridges rub inside her, snagging gently against all the right places, it's too much. She sinks all the way down with a choked moan, and I swear I black out for a second. I stay still, savoring it, until she tightens the belt, pulling slow and hard. My throat constricts, just enough. My hips move on instinct, thrusting into her. Her moan tears through the silence, raw and beautiful. She places her other hand on my chest and works herself on me, dropping down, bouncing up, holding herself just above me before sliding back down slow. I grip her hips, guiding her, pulling the best fucking noises from her pretty mouth. She looks down at me, pupils blown, eyes dark, tugging the belt tighter. A feral grin curls my lips. Yeah, I say, then move. In one motion, I lift her off me and toss her to the bed. Her giggle is cut short as I flip her over, pulling her hips up and spreading her legs. I smack her ass, hard, skin meeting skin, with a sharp crack that echoes.
Fuck.
She gasps, but I'm already sliding back inside her. She screams into the pillow, and I groan at the sound. I move, rough, desperate, and greedy. I can feel every curve dragging inside her. She's soaked and clenching around me like she's about to break. I reach between her legs and rub her clit, slow, just enough to make her jump. She moans so loud it echoes.
I'm coming. Fuck.
Her voice cuts off as she groans through it, legs shaking. Her body goes limp as she moans beneath me. I don't stop. I can't. The pressure coils tight in my gut, and I feel my dick pulsing inside her as I come. I stay there, savoring the feeling. I drag out slowly, relishing the way her body clenches, every ridge catching, making her twitch and tense, until I'm fully out. Her back arches like she's still trying to keep me in, but I'm already looking down, staring at the mess I made. My cum slipping from the hole I stretched, dripping, ruined, marked. My fingers trail down the arch of her spine as she trembles beneath me. I grip her hair, tilt her head, and kiss her forehead. I drop beside her and drag her onto my chest. She's still gasping when she looks up at me, her dark eyes glossy.
I think I love you too.
I close my eyes, and I feel it. The urge to keep her, to break her, to ruin her sweet little mind until she only sees me. Instead, I kiss her softly, as though that's enough. It won't be. She quickly falls asleep in my arms. It's past 1 a.m. when I feel a shift in the air, heavy and electric. I scan the dark room, my eyes locking on the balcony. The glass doors are shut, but I see those glowing white eyes, clear as day through the dark. A lock. I slip out of bed carefully, keeping quiet so I don't wake Callie. The floorboards creak beneath me as I move toward the door. I open it and step outside, the wood cool beneath my feet as I lean against the railing. "Haven't seen you in a while," I say, my voice calm. "What happened to keeping watch?" He steps forward, materializing beside me like a shadow finally choosing form. "I've been here and there," he says, "watching from where I'm not seen." He turns to me, eyes still glowing. "I warned you, Kai. You know the risks of falling for a mortal." "I know," I say, rubbing my jaw. "I just don't care." I pause, staring out into the dark beyond the trees, then continue. "She's like her ancestor. Strong blood, powerful. They always seem to be drawn to the grimoire." He hums low. "Humans tend to be drawn to it." "No," I say, slower this time. "It calls to them. It speaks. I've watched her use it. It doesn't resist her. It serves her, as if it knows exactly what she wants and gives it willingly." I turn to meet his eyes. Her ancestor found it buried beneath an old church. No telling how long it had been there, but I'm starting to believe it didn't end up there by accident. He narrows his gaze, sensing where I'm going. There's only one being it could have belonged to. The name tastes bitter in my mouth. Asher. Alok's posture shifts, just slightly. He was the only Titan known to have crossed into this realm after the war. The place it was buried. It was too intentional. A prison. A warning. I exhale slowly. It's just a guess, but it's the only one that makes sense. He's the only one who was never recovered. No remains, no relics, just silence. Alok looks at me, something unreadable behind his eyes. "Funny that you would be the one to find it, considering you follow in his footsteps." My expression darkens. I look down at him, my voice steady and measured. "I know she will die. I accept that, but I can love her while I have her. I don't have delusions." Silence stretches between us, heavy with everything that can't be undone. "I'm surprised you chose to don a human form." His voice is calm, but the air between us is thick. "I've never known you to willingly weaken yourself." He doesn't look at me, just stares out at the night with that detached stillness I've come to hate. "It's necessary," I say. "I need to understand what's happening here. Too many things don't add up." He finally turns his head, and the shadows shift across his face. "Her ancestor called on me," I say. "Begged for help. He couldn't control the power inside him, and in his desperation, he created the Covenant. Used my sigil to channel divine magic. It consumed him." He speaks calmly. "You've been busy." He leans forward against the railing, his eyes glinting with starlight, like he's amused by how small everything is. "They called your true name," he continues. "They used your sigil against your will. You should have raised the earth beneath them." I shrug, unconcerned. It's fascinating, really, the way humans scrape at power they were never meant to wield. I underestimated them. A sharp sound cuts through the tension, a doorknob turning downstairs. Both of us go still. Our ears twitch. "Looks like they're back," I mutter. I turn toward him, keeping my voice low and clipped. "You need to go. They brought a witch with them. She'll sense you." But he doesn't move, doesn't even blink. "Oh no," he says. "I think I'll be staying." My stomach drops. I'm well versed in possession. he continues, his voice smooth like oiled metal. And I believe I've found a prime subject to host. My face hardens. No, you can't. He raises a brow. Her brother is essential to all of this. You know that. You know what's at stake. Not the brother. His head tilts, the grin creeping up again. I'm well aware of his little ghost. I imagine it would take issue if I possessed him. The grin widens. I'm talking about the new addition. He says it like it's nothing, like it may not cost us everything. You take no issue with that, do you? Fuck. He's cornering me, putting me in a position where any move I make is the wrong one. If I stop him, I risk losing my only link to the truth. If I let him, Callie will know. She'll feel it. She'll know I let it happen. You can't, I say quietly. She'll know. He hums, unbothered. They've been estranged. How would she know? She won't be able to sense me in a host. The witch is perfect, strong, gifted, isolated. Your girl doesn't need to know. And you... He glances at me, a gleam in his eyes. You won't tell her. I hear doors opening, footsteps, voices drifting in from downstairs. They're all settling in. He smiles again. I take a step toward him. No! But he's already smoke. Gone, he slips beneath the crack of the door like a silent mist on a tide. I'm moving before I can think, my feet barely touching the ground. I race after him, every step calculated, every movement as quiet as these human feet allow. But not quiet enough. I hear a door open, just outside her room. The bathroom. I catch his shadow sliding along the floor like a serpent, then rising, phasing through Callie's door. I don't hesitate. I reach for the handle and ease it open as silently as I can, just in time to see his shadow settle, shift, and take shape. A body twitches in the dark, limbs stiffen, then go still. It's Jack. I freeze. He lifts his head slowly, mechanically. Then his neck turns, unnaturally smooth. Our eyes lock, and he smiles. That's not Jack anymore. He turns, not saying a word, and walks calmly into the hallway. Back straight, shoulders steady. Like he belongs here. He disappears into his room. The door closes with a soft click. I stand there, my pulse hammering, the silence pressing in around me. Fuck.
Epilogue. Cade. It's late when we get home and Callie is nowhere to be found. I imagine she is exhausted. I don't want to wake her. I see Karma curled up on the counter. I pet her head as Jack escorts Genevieve to our spare room upstairs, and I make my way to mine, collapsing onto the bed. After everything, I'm finally home. My body is sore, the cuts and bruises half-healed. They sting. I try to clear my mind and to push it down, but I can't get it out of my head. I grip the pendulum around my neck, like it'll summon you. When Frank was choking the life out of me, I didn't think of Callie or how she would survive without me. I thought of you. Only you. You have no idea how badly I want to drag my fingers down your throat just to feel you shudder, to hold you down, pin your wrists and watch the way your body betrays you as I whisper all the things I would do to you if I had you in front of me. The thought of losing you, I can't accept it. I won't. You are mine. I don't know how this works, but I know that my every thought is consumed by your presence. How am I supposed to get anything done? I don't know how, but I know you are here. Hear me, my little ghost. When this is over, when I destroy them all, when I kill the god they follow, you are my final mission. I want to consume your every thought like you've consumed mine. I want to devour everything you have to give. I will become yours as you have become mine. The concept of existing without you is no longer an option. I will find you, little ghost, and when I do, there will be nothing left of me but you.
All right. And that has been Haunting the Hunter. Thank you guys so much for enjoying and watching and all that good stuff. Again, if you guys want to get caught up with the book or you missed anything, we do have playlists down in the descriptions. We have a Spotify playlist as well as a YouTube playlist with all the episodes, everything down there. The Spotify playlist only has from chapters 16 to 32. YouTube will have the first 15 chapters over there. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Sunday. And then again, next week on Thursday, we're going to be starting Sweet Venom. So, love you guys. Appreciate you so much. Keep recommending books. Keep checking out the episodes. Rate us 5 stars on preferred platforms. Keep downloading the episodes. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. Follow us or subscribe to the Patreon. $3 a month. Get you that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as our free Patreon episode. Next week, we're going to be doing the free Patreon episode on Friday, so be sure to check that out. Love you guys. Peace.